All right.
Welcome back, everybody.
Back, buddy. Got the beanie on, with the heater going. It's all bloody happening here tonight, isn't it?
It's all happening.
It's all happening. You're having another soft drink?
Yeah,
Just soft drink,
no,
right? Yeah, cordial.
I'm back on the bourbons, mate.
Cordial.
PG, Black Russians. Remember the Black Russians?
Actually, yeah. Anyway, we'll save the Black Russians for another time.
I had to teach them about Black Russians.
It's all right. We went out for dinner the other night just quickly, and we got to the bar. Me and my partner, kid you not, I had to order a drink for my mum. She asked for a Black Russian. The bartender looked at me. My mum did. The bartender looked at me.
To you, Senora Black Russian.
And what did he say to us? He said, "How do you make a Black Russian?" This is a bartender, guys, behind a bar.
Classic one. You got to say classic.
He didn't know how to make it. We had to Google it.
Well, it's vodka, Kahlua, and
He
Coke.
didn't know how to do it. But anyway.
Mamma mia.
Yep, that's to you if you're watching. Anyway,
Cheers, Senora.
let's get into it.
Happy birthday to your dad as well.
Thanks. I'm sure he'll appreciate the big 8-0.
Big 8-0, mate.
Yeah,
Big Bruno.
Exactly. Happy birthday, Dad. We love you.
Yes, Bruno, we do love you. We appreciate you, Bruno.
Yep, man of wisdom.
So, all right. So
let's get into it, buddy.
tonight,
Let's get into the podcast.
Let's get into
Hopefully you
this
can see us. Welcome.
Yep.
Drop us a comment, subscribe, all the usual stuff. All the good stuff.
You know what to do by now.
Yep.
You've seen our
Ugly
heads on
mugs.
this. Yes,
Yeah.
You know what's going on. Tonight I want to talk about if you're at that stage where you are ready to move out. So you might be sleeping on your mate's couch. You might be going back to mum and dad's.
Yep.
You're
And that's right. This could be after, not ready to move out from your mum and dad's house, but ready. Oh, it could be. Maybe
you've gone back to mum and dad's
yeah.
because that's, maybe your ex-wife or your ex-partner's living in the house with the kids and you got nowhere to go. So
yeah, you're on the outer. It's time to get out.
You've surfed for a month or so. Your mates have kicked you out and you've gone back to mum and dad. Let's just say hypothetically as a story. So you're at that stage now where you're doing the exercises. You build up your mojo. You're feeling good, right? So
feeling better about yourself. You're
kind
ready to take that next step, right? The big step of saying,
where do I go from here?
Yeah.
What's my next step?
Yeah.
So you're looking at, okay, you need to look at your financials.
Yep.
And at the moment, rental prices are nuts.
That's right.
Yeah.
So it is, I'll just cut in there, it is daunting. Like for me, I was, with you for 3 months, you're comfortable, and then there's that thing where, hey, I've got to start looking for a rental. And it does get quite scary.
Yeah.
It tests you, what you got to get ready for, right? It's a bit daunting.
Because you might not have done that for 20 odd years.
Yeah.
So it's a whole different ball game now.
That's right. Things have changed.
Everything's online. You fill out your one form or your other residential thing, and when was the last time I rented?
How much do you earn? X, Y, Z. Do you have a credit card?
So,
there's a lot of variables that go into it, right?
There's a lot around it.
Yep.
But the thing is, you've got to look at first your financials. Okay, so you might be working, you've got good income coming in, and you know what? You're living with mum and dad. Mum and dad aren't charging you anything, so you're like, yep, sweet, this is good.
Yep.
But on a little paper, a little pad, write down what my expenses are. So you're looking at your phone bill, you might have a car loan, you might have whatever expenses you have. Then you've got to kind of factor in rent.
That's right, bills.
And at the moment,
electricity.
In today's market,
it's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So, are you able to move out?
That's
is
right.
the first question.
Yeah.
Am I able to do it? Is now the time? You might be ready to go, but financially, you're on one income now.
Things change. Things are different. That's right. You got to you got to knuckle down.
You got to adapt to it. Do I have any money that was on the side? Has our house that we had together been sold?
Yeah, you're waiting for that to happen.
There's a lot of aspects to it.
There's a lot of variables that do go into that, and it is a hard.
So the finances is one portion of it, right? There's another portion to it which most people don't think about. Is, and I know in my situation, I haven't gone through it.
Yeah.
But the fact is, you've gone from a family surroundings.
Family unit.
So you might have been married early, you might have been married later, but at some point you might have had flatmates. but you've never been on your own. So this is a topic that people don't really think about, and it's daunting.
It is that saying loneliness is a killer, and it's true. I reckon, I believe, or I've gone through it. I could, vouch for it, and I know it is. So,
Yeah.
for you, did you find, after your breakup, were you by yourself? Like, how did you?
Well, I never spent time by myself. In a sense, I had
Yeah.
the kids.
Yeah.
So therefore, I never look. To be honest, there was a stage where we had 50-50.
Yeah.
So there was a week. Every second week, I'd be on my own. I had a dog. So that gave me, as much as I felt sorry for him because he was home by himself and I was at work and then I'd come home. But I found during that week that it was very peaceful.
Yeah.
I got to do the things I wanted to do. So I kind of got a little bit selfish in
Good
the
on you.
sense that I did the things I wanted to do. So that week, because this is where you start planning things now. So that week I would plan, okay, I don't have the kids that week, so therefore I can do X, Y, Z, 1, 2, 3. So I'd be going to the gym. I'd be playing soccer. I'd go see a girl that I was seeing at the time. I'd take my dogs for a walk every afternoon. So I really learnt the fact that I was not conditioned to do anything anymore. So once I come home from work, I did what I wanted. And yeah, cooking for one,
It's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard. It is. It's hard to shop for one. It's hard to cook for one, and all the rest.
It's hard.
So you're on the phone.
So you got
pizza.
You got to adapt to that. So
Yeah.
I'd have pizza, man.
Yeah.
I'd have maybe a kebab one night. I'd have pizza. You know what? I'd bring up a mate and say, hey, what are you doing? I'm going to come out and see you. And I'd go out during the week. So you kind of adapt to those sort of things. But like I said, that was every second week.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like I was going back there day in, day out, day in, week out, week in, which might have been a little different. I took my week off as being awesome.
Whatever you want to do.
Like I had it action packed. I had it set out the way I wanted to set out. And if I wanted to sit on the couch and eat a pizza in my undies and watch a movie, I did it. I had no problem with that.
I could just see that.
Yeah, no, you
Yeah, I
don't
could
want
just
to
see
that.
that. Yeah, but I could just visualise it.
Yeah,
You
you
sitting
don't want
there,
to say it. It's not good.
capitosy all over your chest and everything. But
Anchovies dripping out of my cheeks and olives.
why not?
Olives
It's
on
got to
the
be
side.
done. It's got to be done.
But yeah, so you were a little bit different than me. You were coming from my place, found a place, worked out your finances. And
Yeah,
moved in.
it was a lot different. It just depends on how far back we want to take it. But yeah, look, in saying that, guys, I'll admit it was a lot different. Again, a guy with married kids and whatnot, and a busy home, a busy lifestyle, and you get used to that. And obviously, after my separation, moving into Mark's, it was the same with Mark. He had his beautiful kids there himself. So again, there was always a lot happening around your house, and it felt like it was home to me. And I always knew in the back of my mind that there's going to come a time where I'm going to have to get my own place, my own rental, and move into a place that I call home. And again, it's till you start going through everything, all the scenario, whether it's the right rental, finances, and all those mixed emotions went through my head. And I'll say it on my behalf, on my story. Yeah, of course I was scared. I'll shit myself. How am I going to be able to afford this? And everything else. All those factors do go into it. So when you guys are going through it, just breathe. It will work out. Like Mark said, whether it get a piece of paper and a pen and simply writing down your finances and working everything out.
Yeah, before you take
before
that
you
next
do it.
step.
So it was massive for me. It was very, very massive. On the other front, as in what you were just asking me about me living by myself.
How was that?
Yeah, it was.
When you were leaving work to come home,
Yeah.
knowing that
Well,
no one was there waiting for you, you had no responsibility. How did that make you feel driving home?
Well, I can answer that because I remember, like, you know, for me moving back down here from Queensland and living with you and starting off work again, even though it was my old work and I knew everyone there, but I never forget the first day of rocking up there and doing my training and whatnot, and, you know, finishing work at 2 o'clock and driving out the door. And I remember, like, I had a moment there for a minute where, you know, it was either turn left to come, you know, home here with you, or to turn right where I used to, you know, for 10 years, go in the same direction going home. And I had a moment there.
Kind of robotic type.
It was robotic, but I think for me, I had a moment where I stopped and paused and had one of those breakdowns where I thought, what the hell am I going to do now? It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm not going home to my girls, my ex-partner. Everything's changed. Life is upside down. And I had a freeze moment where I thought, what the hell? How's this? You know, you ask yourself that question, how this happened and all that stuff, but it was more the fact of being alone. You know, are you okay within your own skin, of being alone? And it was the same. It was the same when, you know, after 3 great months of living with you and you helping me and everything you had done for me in my life, you know, I knew it was going to come to that point where I've got to move into my own place and stand on my own 2 feet. And I had those moments too, you know, like, yeah, I might have hung out with you. I might have hung out with my partner. She might have been here with me for 3 or 4 days. You might have been here. And yeah, when everyone goes home, you know, it's just me. And that's when it really sort of sinks in. You think, shit, I'm actually alone here, you know. And again, I had a lot of moments where, you know, I would have spoken to my kids over the phone, or they were here, and it's very daunting. It's very hard. It's a hard thing to process. You know, again, they say, you know, we say it. I should say that, you know, it's good to be by yourself, ground yourself, and all that stuff. But I think when you're in a quiet place by yourself, you think, shit, this is real, guys. This is actually happening. So that you guys will go through that period of when you are ready to find your own place, and whether you are living by yourself or you don't have any siblings or kids or a new partner with you, it's daunting, and it will catch you out, but you will get through it. Trust me, you will.
You'll find something. Like I remember, there was moments that I wanted to go eat at a cafe.
Yep.
You know, and I always, you know, when you're a couple and stuff, and you go out and you see someone sit by themselves, and you think, oh, that, you know, I feel sorry for them that no one's
done that. Yeah.
You know what? It's the most peaceful time. It is. You order whatever you want. Whatever you want to eat, you order, man. You can order a $200 steak if you want. And you sit there and you go, what? This is fucking
You know what? You end up enjoying it. It's quiet, and it's true. Like, you know, all right, you're sitting by yourself. The ambience is different.
It's different.
But, you know, every bite of that steak or fish or whatever it is that you're eating.
But don't forget, you got your phone, right?
Yeah.
And your phone keeps you company half the time anyway.
Yeah.
So you'll be scrolling the latest, I don't know, results like I do, or on Facebook or whatever. But you just enjoy it. Like, it comes to a different level where you're not embarrassed. Before, there was like an embarrassment to go and eat by yourself.
Well, if you think back of our times when we grew up, it was looked upon funny. Oh, you're at a cafe by himself. He's got no friends, or
it's got no friends. Yeah,
it's true.
But you know what? It's the most peaceful time. You're enjoying a meal. The food comes out. You're enjoying that meal. You don't need to talk.
Yeah,
you're enjoying the meal. You're in that moment. So therefore, you start to learn that that's fine. You know, so you learn that also coming home to an empty house is fine. Yes, cooking for one person is shit house, but guess what? You can eat all the stuff you want to eat.
That's right, all the naughty stuff. You know?
I wasn't allowed to eat anchovies on my pizza.
Really?
Anchovies in my pasta.
Yeah.
Now, I eat anchovies all the time.
It's good, see that.
Why? Because that's what makes me happy.
It's true.
No, I'm being selfish.
Yeah.
I don't care. No one else has got to kiss me, so I'm eating what I want to eat.
It's true.
But do you understand what I'm saying? Like that comes with confidence. You're like, you know what? I can go to the movies by myself.
Yeah,
I can go out by myself. I travelled South America by myself.
That's right. You did too. I remember that. Yep.
You don't care. There's a level of, I know who I am. I know what I'm worth. And I'm happy doing that. So you get to that level, you don't care, man.
So that's right. I guess taking from this too, like we were just saying, living alone can be hard, but I look at it, it also made me appreciate my life now, or things that are happening around me in my life, like my partner that's come into my life, you, my friends, just everyone in your life that you start to appreciate, because you do have time alone to reflect.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's a buzz at the same time. Yeah, it can be a little bit sad, but then you do get an uplift. It's not that I'm sad within myself. I love my new life. It's just more because you got more time to think. You got more time to eat anchovies or pizza or watch
Or eat
Netflix. You
cheeses
know, like
on the
I was
couch
going
in
through
your
a
undies.
stage where I'd feel selfish because I was so like in my new life. Everything was go, 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 if you remember, for me.
Yeah.
And that's that's maybe how I got over things, because I wanted to keep busy, you know, running,
Yeah.
work. Yeah, I'd feel guilty. I'd work, say, 7 days straight. And if I had one day off,
Yeah.
I'd feel like a shit to myself because I'm
I
having
should
a
be
day
doing
off.
something.
I should
Yeah.
be having a rest
Yeah.
on my couch, you
Yeah.
know. And
Yeah.
it's only, more and more recently now where I might be watching Netflix and having anchovies.
Yeah.
And for a period I felt guilty, but I thought, you know what? This is me transitioning, moving in my next step in my
Yeah.
life of I'm actually living
Yeah.
my life now.
You're doing the things you want to do.
Yeah.
And there's no one to say it's the wrong thing, or I don't like it, oh, it smells, or whatever. It's you do what you want to do, and that's the beauty of it. But you've got to be at one with yourself,
Yeah.
and it's that level of. And look at you now. You got,
Yeah, I'm here
You
in, we're obviously running the podcast here from my own apartment, and
Yeah.
it's obviously all set up, and it seemed like back in the day, seemed like it was a milestone, like to sort of get it done. It was hard.
It was a massive
But
milestone.
what you told me, I planned, as in,
Yeah.
whether it was getting furniture, whether it was getting things set up, start to get those ducks in line,
Yeah.
for that way when it does happen. Look, this could be something that we can touch on more and more, because there's a lot that goes into it. Obviously, having your own place and finances and all that.
Yeah. This is probably
it's a big step.
Two part of an episode,
Because it is a big step. Let's face it. Moving out on your own, it is a big thing. Look, some of you might think, that's bullshit, or some of us could think I could never do it. But guys, really think deep down, when you've been with someone for so long and that's all you've ever.
You've been conditioned.
What you've known.
Yeah.
You haven't had the time by yourself. Some people might move in straight away with another couple that they've met, and it seems like it's the norm to them, right?
Look,
everyone's different.
Everyone's different. There's people that bounce from relationship to relationship, moving in so quickly with one another. But I believe in a way for you truly to grow. I think the step of living by yourself, or look, even if you move in with someone, say it's unaffordable to live by yourself and you need to move in, and you've got another flatmate that's willing to, because I lived with a flatmate for years. They're great experiences. They're experiences that you remember for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Living with someone else, 2-bedroom apartment, whatever it may be.
Look at the good times we had, it's true.
They're memories that you make, and you're making memories at this stage. At our point of our life, we're past the halfway point. That's how I see it.
So from from tonight's episode, this podcast, I guess, what is some of the viewers, what could they take away from this, as in like living alone, getting your own apartment, your own finances, starting to get that ball rolling? I'd have to say,
you got to look at the finances side of things, but you also got to look past the fear.
Yeah,
you might have a fear of living by yourself, and that's one of those things that you need to work on to get through.
Yeah,
because you can do it. You can do anything as long as you put your mind to it. Everything is achievable. So look at the finances. And they're things that we'll touch on possibly in the second episode to this one. But you got to look at your finances and get in your mindset that you could be possibly moving out on your own. So moving out on your own, will you take on a pet for company? Let's just say possibly you need a pet for company.
Sure.
Organising your life so it's always something going on. So if you've built up a routine, because routines are important. So if you've got jogging, gym, walking, any sport, anything, you might play, I don't know, mixed net, who knows, basketball, soccer, whatever, rugby league. As long as you've got those outlets, those physical outlets, because you also always need those physical outlets, you'll be fine.
It's true.
Always keep
time
yourself
to
going.
self-thinking when you're out
And
stimulating your brain and all the rest. Yeah.
Excuse me, you can sit on the couch and binge on Netflix for 8 hours. No one cares.
Yeah.
It's your life. You have control over your life. So you choose to do what you want. You want to sit there and eat a bag of Cheezels while watching Netflix? Go for it. Knock yourself out. That's, what I'm saying?
It's plain and simple, right?
Be selfish.
Yeah.
This is the time to be selfish, because before too long, you're going to meet someone else. You're going to go into a new relationship. And if you haven't grown, you're going to bring the same baggage
that you brought the last time
from your last relationship.
Yeah.
So enjoy your time. Embrace it.
Yeah. Be the person that you want to be. Do
the things that you used to do as a kid. Bring that little inner child out. You want to sit on the couch, eat lollies, your favourite lollies, do it.
Yeah. Bag of M&Ms. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's true. It all plays a massive part in what we're saying, me and Mark. It all has, what's the word? It all marries up in the end. But yeah, definitely.
Just enjoy it. Embrace that time, because you possibly not get that time again.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're past the halfway mark now in our lives. Well, well past it. But anyway, so you might go into a different relationship and the whole thing's change again. But as long as you've built yourself up and you know who you are and what your worth is,
be sweet.
Enjoy it.
Exactly.
Take it on board. Eat all the stuff that you wanted to eat.
You're making me hungry. I've got anchovies.
On a pizza.
I've got anchovies. I just eat the anchovies like that.
Oh, I do.
I know my new partner loves anchovies.
Oh, I love it. I can bathe in anchovies.
Yeah, they're nice, aren't they?
Oh, I love them.
Yummy.
I love them. But
we'll wrap it up, eh?
Yeah, wrap it up.
Yeah, drop us a comment on that. I think it's actually an interesting topic. To me, it's not a topic, but it's real life. It's real happening. It's a topic. It's a big topic because it will happen to each and every one of you. So, if anyone wants to drop us a comment on what they should do or how we did things, or if you want to see another episode like this and we can touch more onto rentals, beautiful. All right.
Well, good night and keep your head up.
Enjoy.
Going forward.
That's right, guys. Take care. Yeah. See you. Bye.